The Africa Center's new leader focuses on connection. The Africa Center in New York has named a new leader, Martin Kimani, a former Kenyan diplomat with a multidisciplinary background who embodies the wide spectrum of offerings the institution is embracing as it expands its audience. Kimani, 53, a former permanent representative of Kenya to the United Nations who also held other government positions in Kenya, started as the organization's new leader on January 21. His appointment comes 9 months after Uzodimma Iweala, chief executive of the center, announced he was stepping down after 7 years. Kimani, who is Kenyan with American residency, has a background in security. He served as Kenya's special envoy for countering violent extremism, for instance, and has experience working in political risk analysis and bond and currency sales. His background is a departure from the center's past leaders who worked in the arts and humanities. But Kimani said his previous work positions him to build on the diverse programming the Africa Center has embraced that goes beyond art exhibitions to include lectures on geopolitics, author readings, and visits from sitting African presidents. By the time Uzo took over, there was a lot of frustration about where the center was heading and things that have not worked out, Kimani said in a recent interview, discussing the former director and the era that preceded him. He has fought that and brought it to a more vibrant phase. I want to build on what he's done. The center in Harlem went through years of stumbles and transitions as it changed locations and transformed from an art museum to an institution that is more broadly focused on building connections among Africa's diaspora community. Kimani said he plans to keep that focus, but also to build connections with residents of the neighborhood. We should be not just having people flying in from all over the world to the Africa Center, but making Harlem and the immediate neighborhood feel like there's something serving them right next door, he said. Kimani also plans an initiative to reach the significant slice of the city's migrants who have arrived from Mauritania, Senegal, Angola, Guinea, and elsewhere in Africa. He said he envisions a place where we can have a complex, possibly painful, but really necessary conversation between people of African descent and recent African migrants. There needs to be a real connection, he said. We're looking at each other across the Gulf. The solidarity is not where it should be. Kimani holds a Master of Arts and a PhD in War Studies from King's College London and a Bachelor of Arts degree in Philosophy from the University of New Hampshire. He most recently served as Executive Director of New York University's Center on International Cooperation. He has lived in New York since 2020 in addition to a stint on Wall Street during the mid-1990s. I discovered there were many things I could be good at, but making money wasn't one of them, he said with a laugh.